Morning, everybody. It is 8:10 a.m. It is May 28th. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. Right now, here in Jersey, it's very sunny. Nice to see the sun out. And what's going on in the markets? So it looks like Friday, we recovered a lot of those losses. On Thursday, we basically went back up to the most traded price of the week and basically the month. So reversion to the mean really was time to people take some froth off that and basically bounced. And where are we now? Right in between the most traded price of the month and the week. No surprise there. That's a magnet. We are ultimate balance still, setting up for a move. Now we do have some Fed speak this week. We do have um, core PCE data on Friday, GDP on Thursday. Let's see what that does to the market. We are going to go into summer trading months, which usually has low volume, but today actually the volume's not bad. Um, Not bad at all. So, with that being said, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile to find structure in the market. Also use supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, anchored VWAPs, the most traded price of the year, the rolling month, the rolling week, and the previous day. All helps me find structure in this market. It gives me a baseline to judge what I want to do. All right. Do I want to put risk on? Do I want to keep risk off? Um, so, so that's what I use it for. Okay, it's my foundation. It's what I look at to see my game plan, my trade plan. All right, so basically, if you're joining me for the first time, every day I do this at 8 a.m. All right, we go over some watch lists, some leaders, some laggards, why stocks are moving, some news, economic calendar. Then I go into daily charts. Then we look at scenarios, possible scenarios, looking at the market profile and volume profile. And then we wrap it up and we do it again the next day. All right, so hopefully you can join me. And if you join me, hopefully you can subscribe and set an alert and join me every day at 8:10 a.m. All right. If you like my content, you can wait till the end. That's fine. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. That would help me out a lot. You can always follow me at X at Gonzo719. All right. Let's get right into our futures watch list. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the futures market. What do we have going on here? We got silver. Silver's up 4.3%. Ether's up 3.79%. Crude bouncing from those lows, also with some geopolitical tensions rising, up 1.83%. VIX is up 0.81. Gold's up 0.72. Russell's up 0.59. Nasdaq's up 0.29. ES up 0.18. 30-year bonds being bought up 0.11. That should send yields probably flat around, but maybe slightly down. The Dow is down 0.06. The dollar is down. The dollar is down 0.22. Bitcoin's down 1.72. All right, under 70K. All right, moving on to the Mag 7 Plus. We have Nvidia. Nvidia, I would think this continues to go rise. I mean, they got a stock split coming 10 to 1. So that stock is still going to be about 100 something dollars. All right. Apple. Apple had a year-over-year shipments to China up over 57%. I believe that's moving Apple this morning. AMD, obviously a semi, moving in sympathy with Nvidia. Baba's not much. All right, let's go to laggards. All right, we got Google down 0.73, Tesla's down 0.86, Coinbase following Bitcoin down 0.90. Okay, that's what's going on there. Now moving on to top sector stocks. All right, Qualcomm semi, wow, up 2.9%. Followed by Chevron, followed by Exxon, followed by Salesforce, which is reporting earnings. Um, and Costco's reporting earnings as well. Let's go down here to laggards. We got Visa and PepsiCo down 0.37%. Let's look at this swing trade list. Who's the big leader? GameStop. GameStop's up 22.63%. Followed by Dell reporting earnings 4.76%. AMC in sympathy with GameStop up 4.34%. Norwegian Cruise Lines, I believe, got an upgrade, up 3%. CrowdStrike's reporting earnings up 2.45%. Vertiv up 2.544%. ONON up 2.41. Enphase up 2.18. Enphase has been down big time for solar, but they've been getting some love lately. Airbnb, Supermicro Computers. All right, that's what's going on there. Is there laggards? Let's see. DraftKings. DraftKings is down 6.89%. Bitcoin ETF down 1.37. MicroStrategy is down 1.36. AstraZeneca is down 0.93. Mara down 0.42. Those are only the laggards, okay? Those are only the laggards. Let's go to sectors. Sectors, what do we have going? Leader, we got semiconductors up 1.09%. No surprise there. Technology encompasses semis. That is up 0.56. The market's going to keep going with XLK up like that. Energy's up 0.25. Utilities up 0.13. The laggard here is communications with Google. Okay, Google being down is going to move communications lower. All right. That would be our watch list this morning. And we can go into economic calendar, some news, maybe some upgrades, downgrades. Let's do it. We got, what do we got going this week? I already talked about it a little bit today. We have Kashkari was already speaking. Now he's going to speak again at 9:55 a.m. Perfect time for right after the markets opened. We got consumer confidence at 10 a.m. Dallas Fed at 10:30. Interesting. Fed Cook for daily speech today. Tomorrow, Fed Williams, Fed Bostic. Right now, Thursday we have GDP, initial jobless claims, pending home sales, crude inventories at 11 a.m. All right, and then Friday's the big one, core PCE. Let's see, personal spending, Chicago PMI, Fed Bostic speaking, but he's speaking at 6:15. All right, that's what's going on there. Some news that happened. Nvidia, of course, that's continuing this move. Like I said, Apple up. iPhone maker smartphone shipments in China were 50% to 52% higher in April than a year ago. All right, and Tesla stock fell 0.5. Final reports that proxy advisor Glass Lewis has called on shareholders to reject the proposal that would see CEO Elon Musk paid $56 billion. All right, AIM stop. Why is it moving? Stock soared over 24% of the video game retailer said it raked in more than $933 million from the sale of 45 million shares. Let's see, DraftKings stock fell 8.4%, and Flutter Entertainment dropped 4.3% after the Illinois Senate state passed a bill that includes a sport betting tax hike. All right, Cava stock rose 2.9% ahead of the first quarter earnings for the Mediterranean restaurant chain. Okay, that's what's going on there. Now, like I said, we could look at the juice. Kashkari, kind of saying a little hawkish stuff. He's saying inflation has moved sideways recently. We need to wait and see, get more confidence on prices. We shouldn't rule anything out on the policy path. The Fed is in good position because of a strong labor market. The U.S. economy has remained remarkably resilient. I don't see a need to hurry and cut rates. He says he wants to see many more months of positive inflation data before a rate cut. Okay. Fed's kind of been very consistent on those messages as of late. All right. That's what's going on there. Let's look at some upgrades, downgrades. Upgrades, Airbnb. Who else? Airbnb, Norwegian Cruise Lines, ONON. That's why those were up. Okay. Downgrades. Nothing really there that to speak of here. Let's see, raises target. We got CrowdStrike got a price target raise. What else here? 3M got a target raise. Netflix got a target raise. Toll Brothers got a target raise. All right, what else here? Let's see any lower targets here. Neo target lowered. Initiate coverage. Just look at those. Nothing here to really talk about. All right, I think we can go move on from here. And let's talk about some daily charts here. Let's zoom in here. All right, so look what we did. So this orange, this is I call it my express chart, right? So anytime you see these white dashes, those are previous months. Anytime you see orange dashes, those are the previous week. So look what we did last week compared to the previous week. Okay, we broke those weekly highs, came all the way back down, tested the previous month's highs, right? And then we're right here. So Friday we closed right here. Okay, so Friday the big sell off, the bearish engulfing candle, and then you got a nice little push up here. Recovered some of those losses. And where? Really in the middle of this muddle. That's just balance, okay? You're going to see that more in the market profile, volume profile chart, where it shows me the most traded price of the month in the week. All right, so yeah, we're moving sideways here. This was a move up, then a move down, all in one day, and then we're back to kind of the middle of this range, which is not the best place to be. Where are we at right now? We're at 530.36, 530. We're slightly gapping up slightly above the highs, or maybe not. Let's see here. The highs were 530.27. Yeah, we're right at the highs of Friday. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Kind of in the middle of the muddle, like I said. All right, let's look at futures. We can really see where we're at here. Futures. So yeah, you can see it. Obviously this is 24-hour trading almost. All right, so bounce, 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 and that big candle, right? And then boom, and look, we're right here in the middle of the muddle. Okay, holding last month's highs, right at last month's highs. Okay, now moving on to the Qs. The Qs haven't really looked sideways. A little bit here, but like up until this point, it was like higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher low. And the ES was moving sideways, and the Nasdaq was moving higher. Okay, so they recovered those losses too on Friday. And where we at now? We are at 459.20, 459.20, around the highs too of Friday. So both markets at the highs from Friday. Can they add on to those? Let's see. But like I said, ES is very much in ultimate balance. Okay, let's look at the Nasdaq. All right, so you can see what the Nasdaq did. Okay, so holding last month's highs, right? And you kind of have sideways action here a little bit. But like I said, Nasdaq's with Nvidia. I mean, there's no stopping it with Nvidia. I mean, like I think people are gonna buy the hell out of that because when it drops, when it goes to that reverse split, like let's say you bought it at 1,000, you bought 10 shares, you'll have 100 shares at $100. I mean, it's over 1,000. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens today. I mean, the volume's pretty decent this morning. I'm surprised at that a little bit. People maybe still be on vacation. I don't know how much movement we'll have today. We really have to see. Okay, we really have to see. That really wraps up the two daily charts. Let's go over to the 10-year yield, the triple-headed monster. All right, let's look at yields. That reported at 820, so we got 10-year yield is down 0.31%. So like I said, we hit the 200-day moving average, rised up. Now we're in this web of moving averages. Okay, we're right here. Like I said, do we break this 4.5? Or is this just another swing high and we go back down? It's very crucial what the market's going to do. The bond market's a smart money. Usually stick to what the bond market's going to do. All right. So it's a yet to see. That's a yet to see of our triple-headed monster. Let's go to our dollar. Now the dollar is weak today. See, so you'd be getting lower high, lower high, lower high. And now we're right at the 200-day moving average of the dollar. Now, the dollar moving down is usually bullish for equities, commodities, okay? Now, VIX is really showing not a lot of fear. Remember, the VIX is 30 days out of fear. All right, people are they hedging? Not really, not at all. Nobody's scared. A 12.48 VIX is nothing. There's no fear. Okay, no fear, no fear at all. All right, that's a triple-headed monster. We can go right into market profile and volume profile. Look at structure. Okay, now we've had a little couple mini sessions happen with not much significance. So that would be like after Friday's close, futures close at like 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So you have a little session there. Then you have Sunday. You had a shortened session yesterday. And then you got the overnight from 6 p.m. till now. So there's a bunch of little inconsequential sessions really that happened. Sometimes I merge these profiles. So let's look at that. This is the structure time. This is our market profile, volume profile analysis. All right, I do this live every day. I don't prep. I don't prep this at all. I don't need to. I'm doing this a decent amount of time that I don't need to do that. All right, so like I said, right off the bat, this is ES. So here's the most traded price of the last month. Here's the most traded price of the last week. Where's price? In the middle of those two. You can't get it any more in a worse area to be. You're at the most agreed upon price of the last month and the last week. You know? So, right at 53.29. So the big levels are 53.33 to 53.21. That's ultimate balance. Okay? What does that mean? Well, everybody agreed upon that price. The most transactions have happened at that price. So if we go away from that price, regardless if you're long or short, someone's going to be in really a lot of pain. And you're going to get a move. You're going to get a big move. Now you did see this because we've been in ultimate balance for a little bit. Now why? Here, look. Got a big move here. Right? Then you got a big move here. And after Nvidia's earnings, we pushed up and went down. That's why that move was so violent, because we were in ultimate balance. Okay, now look, recovered, and we're back here. So what that means is we could do this. Coil up for another big move. Okay, that's all that means. All right, so looking at the profile of the last week, here it is. Value area here is here. Okay, that's 70% of the trade. That's what the market is deeming as value. All right, so this is a house, right? The market's saying this is how much your house is worth. All right, people who bought down here had a great deal. People who bought up here did not have a great deal. You buy in here, you have a decent value. Okay, that's all it is. The market's an auction. Okay, now you can see what I'm talking about. You got these little sessions here, 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 and here. Okay, so Friday, right? So we opened up. You had all these single prints, right? I said they can get cleaned. Well, the market did. ARP opened up, pushed a little down, and then the market just ripped up, right? And it went right back into this price, which I said it could do. Okay, setting us up. All right. Now you have these little sessions here. Okay, that don't have much really consequence to them. It's very low volume. All right. So if I'm looking at this right now, you kind of got this level here, which is a demand zone, which is the most traded price of the week, and which happens to be the most traded price of Friday, and you have the overnight low. This is the price that you would like to see the bulls defend. Let's call 53.20 right here. Okay, why? It's got overnight low, right? It just got an area that the bulls need to defend. Now, like I said, where we're at right now, not like I said, I'm going to say it now. You're in the most traded price, okay, of the week and the month. All right, what's going to happen from today is you're going to have an inside out move. So this is the inside of balance. We're going to test probably up here. Let's make that thicker. Test up there, or you're going to test down here. Just matters where we're going to test. Usually you don't just stay inside this little balance. You just usually don't do that. Okay. So I can almost guarantee that will happen. Where it will happen, I don't know. Okay. So this is crucial for the bulls. And right here, there's probably this overnight high and the most traded price of the month is crucial for the bears just to see where we test. Okay. So if we're going to talk about scenarios, and like I said, we're just not in a good area. I don't really like being in the middle of balance because what happens is you can get really chopped up. Okay, so what all I'm going to look for today. All right, let's get into these scenarios. Okay, let's just get right into it. I'm not loving this, be honest with you right now, where we're at. Those little crappy sessions that happened. I don't really like that. All right, you got people that maybe some big dogs in the markets are not even trading today. Could cause for some weird movements today, but we'll do it. We'll get into it. All right, so like I said, if I'm a bull, you want to see what happens when we test this area. If it gets defended, okay, so let's see. If we open up, all right, and we do, like I said, inside out. So we're going to do one of these. You're going to test this level here. And if you test it and you start getting lower highs, you're going to go back up here. Do you test all the way back here into this supply? Do you go that high? I don't know. It's possible. This is Nvidia earnings high here. Do you test that? Possibly. Okay, possibly. Now, if you lose this, you still have demand down here. Okay, you can lose it. Lose it, come down here. Now you're going to test this demand. All right, you have to see what we do down here. It could also be come up and you probably land in the middle of balance again. It's really all I'm looking for. But really, I judge it on how the market opens because you get new information. I don't know what information I'll get when the market opens. Okay, that's what I'm kind of seeing. As far as the short, same thing here. Okay, bears want to defend this overnight high in this price, right? Bulls want to defend here. So like I said, we're in the middle of balance. You're going to test the outside, inside out. So if it's inside out, right? If you test this area and you can't do anything, we start going back, you're going to test this area. If the bears happen to break this, find acceptance below here. You don't have much here holding you up. You're going to probably test down here. Okay. And again, this is also viable. If the market does wind up going up here into this supply zone, well, that could also be a lower high, and you fall right back into balance, version into the mean. But like I said, you really need to see how this market plays out. I don't really know that. That's why scenario. Like if the market's not that strong and we're up here, well, yeah, we're probably going to head back down here. But if the market's ripping, no, it's probably not going to fall back here. So, like I said, that's why they're only scenarios. All right, now we can move on to the NASDAQ. Let's see how different it looks. Is there different scenarios? There could be. There could be. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's see our profile. We got here. Here's our value area. Oh, up here, 70% of the trade. Right, so it is different, right? Because you got our most traded price of the week is here. Most traded price of the month is here. Price is above both of those. So see how the strength right off the bat. I'm seeing strength already, relative strength in the Nasdaq. I mean, obviously, Nvidia is screaming, Apple's going higher, AMD's going higher, right? So you're going to have more strength in the Nasdaq. It's only 100 stocks, okay? And they're not mixed. It's mostly tech, right? So remember, Nasdaq, the Qs, triple Qs in the Nasdaq futures is Nasdaq 100. It's only 100 stocks. It's not the Nasdaq exchange. It's the Nasdaq 100. Okay? So healthcare goes down, doesn't matter. Financials goes down, doesn't matter. So this has a little different um this has a little feel to it, this chart. Okay? It definitely has a different feel to it. I like it a little better the way it looks. Okay? So like I just said, this is showing strength. Okay? This is showing strength. Now, off the bat, what do I see? This 189.80 is a weak high now. You see this here was resistance on that Nvidia earnings day. Now the overnight high is also there. So that is a key level. Okay, it's off the bat. Now you have a nice weak low here too. Overnight low and the most traded price of Friday is right here. Bulls need to defend that. If they don't, you're going to probably move down to at least here. And if you break that, you're going to go through these single prints and go to the most traded price of the month. Okay. But that's if it can't hold this, right? If it holds this big level, the most traded price of the week, well, can you break this week high and go to all-time highs? Possibly too. Actually like this chart better than the ES. Okay. I like it better. All right, so that makes me already look at this and say, okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's see some scenarios in the Nasdaq. All right, so like I said, we're going to start off with a bullish scenario because why? It's just showing us strength. Okay, it's showing us strength. So bulls need to defend this level. All right, that level right here might trick you out. Remember, it's all about acceptance, right? A little dip below this does not mean it's not defended. But this is an area, okay? So, if this market, we're inside Friday session. Remember, Friday session is all the way over here. All these little sessions are not really that important. So, what do you want to see? Okay? You can move up. And what I want to see is it test. There's a demand zone here, so you could push off here and go up. Okay? That would be one. Now, if we push down, this could be a bear trap. Okay, remember, price action's very, 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 very difficult to just look at and go, oh my God, we're selling off, right? That's why you got to look at acceptance. So if we just come down here and go boop, higher low, and start to make our way back up over this price, well, guess what? You're going to move higher. That's what you need to see the price defend. Does it defend here above it or below it? You're good. We're moving higher. Okay. Now, last line, there's also a demand zone here. Could pull back here. That's the 50% of Friday. Could also do that as well. Okay. Now, on the other side of that, we do have a supply up here. Okay, so we do have the overnight high up here. So like now the other thing is, like I said, if the bulls cannot defend this and this, okay, that's not good, right? So let's say this. Let's say the market comes in, does bounce a little bit, goes into this supply zone, and you start, the market doesn't seem that strong, right? Lower high, lower high. Well, then you're going to test this area. And this is where the rubber meets the road. If you come into this area and you start chopping through it and you break through that, we're going to move down and you're probably going to go right here to the most traded price of the month. That is 187.48. Okay, you have single prints here. Once you pass this level, 188.34, it's pretty much a free fall to this level. Okay, I'm really going to be patient today because this is the the Tuesday after Memorial Day. Like I said, the volume's not bad. However, I just got to really see this market shake out. And you got some news things coming out at 10 a.m. Just got to be careful. I'm really going to sit back. I'm going to have to sit back. Sometimes it's not easy to sit back. Okay. But that's really what I'm seeing today. All right. Tomorrow we'll have a clearer picture. Like I said, today's a little murky. Sit back. Wait for more information. Let a story unfold in front of your eyes. It's really what you have to try to do. Because if you're looking at like a small time frame, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, it fools you. It fools you. That's why when you go higher time frames, you can see, oh, okay, not much is happening, right? You could look at a minute chart and go crazy. However, that will be it for me today. So, if you enjoyed this content, hopefully you did, and you can subscribe, set an alert. I do this every day at 8:10 a.m. Come join me every morning. It's pretty much a summary that you don't need to do on your own, right? And you come in and you can check what I'm saying out. It's a half hour of your time. Hopefully you come join me, all right? If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up, all right? That would mean a lot. All right, you can always follow me at xagonzo719. Now today, everybody, stay patient. Hope everybody's green if they do decide to put risk on. And that's about it. I'm going to try to start working in some routine. I don't want to promise it yet because sometimes I get busy with other stuff. A midday recap, maybe even a morning thing, what I'm seeing. I don't know anybody would like that. Maybe even a recap at the end of the day, what happened. Not sure. I'm going to see if I want to put that in my routine. And then if it becomes a routine, then I'll do it every day. But we'll have to see. All right. Everybody, have a great day.